Should I keep going? I don't even know if I don't even know Alright guys, so is it now working? Like, I don't know. Now it should be working. Like this time for real, for real. So we got Tariq Niazi saying, what's up, bro? Then we got Loki, hey, bro. Then also we got Tuko, what's up, bro? Sandu, he was saying, yo, guys, everybody like the live stream. Thank you for having you here. Like, hopefully we got the technical issues resolved, but you never know, to be honest. Like, it's always some shit. All good, bro. So now it's working, right? So like, no problems, no buffering. You can hear me well. Like, first of all, can you hear me well? And second of all, is the live stream bugging, lagging, whatever? Now it's perfect, bro. All right, then we're just going to roll. Like, I'm gonna do like a very speed run on the analysis real quick, and after that, I am going to do it more detailed. Okay, we're just going to do it this way this time. Hang on. Okay. So AUDCHF we have still running. Yeah, man, everything good. All right. AUDCHF is still running, so we're not really going to focus on that. Then we go to Euro GBP. Previous day high has already been taken out, so that's no trade for us. AUDCHF previous day low has already been taken out, so that's also no trade. Now on AUDUSD, this was last week trade. This was a take profit hit. Like, if you want the analysis on that one, then you would have to go to it, to the last live stream. Like, I usually just keep the live streams on YouTube. You can just watch it. But I'm going to remove it for now because I don't like it having messy. So we're going for the previous day lower high. Previous day low has already been taken out, so no trade. Let's go to AUDCAT. Okay, this was also a trade that we have taken. This was a loss, actually. Like, once again, if you want the analysis, because you also want to care about the losses, about those analysis, last live stream. Now, on the daily, are we going for the low, for the high? Can't tell. Is it DUSD? I mean, AUD and ZD, are we going for the lower high? We've already gone for the previous day low, so no trade. For this one as well, we've already gone for the low of that candle, so also no trade. Man, maybe no trade for the entire day. And the USD, it's also not going to be a trade. USD-CHF, this is the only pair that didn't hit the previous day high or the previous day low. The problem is just that we're in a 50-50 scenario. You know, you can't really tell if we're going for the high or if we're going for the low. You know, you don't know because we're just in the middle of nowhere right now. So no trade. GBPUSD, how's that looking like? Are we going for the previous day high or for the previous day low? This was also a take profit as usual. If you want the analysis, last live stream, we're probably going to go for the low. Now, unexpectedly, usually we would have gone for that high and also for these relative equal highs and also this price action gap. This was basically the analysis that we have done in the last live stream. Now, this obviously hasn't happened yet, which is sort of a bummer, but what can you do? I mean, the take profit has been hit anyways, so that's all that matters in that sense. Basically, what I like about this entire framework is that probably we are going to trade into the previous day low and not the high, but also on the 4-hour time frame, we are going to have relative equal lows. Right, so I'm gonna mark that out like that real quick. So today there's not going to be like too much trading opportunities. You have to keep that in mind. But we're still going to be disciplined and basically do the entire analysis. So in the 1-hour time frame, we have, you know, the relative equal low still. And let me look at the weekly actually. Now the weekly is a mystery in that sense. Why? because basically there is a lot of reasons to trade onto the upside. Now the daily time frame is actually looking quite bearish, but the weekly time frame is looking bullish. Now why is the weekly time frame looking bullish? It's because we have this entire price action gap. Now you might be saying that these are two price action gaps. So basically one in here, also one in here, and then basically just another one in here. And yes, you're correct on that one. These are two ones, but I just count that as a single big one. That's the very first thing. Now the second thing about the entire price action is that you might be saying this entire candle is already traded into the gap. Right, so I'm doing it in another color. This entire candle has already traded into the gap, and this color, so basically this candle has also traded into the gap. Yes, but there was no candle which was looking something like that, where the entire body closure, right, has traded all the way and fulfilled this entire price action gap. As long as that hasn't happened yet, I'm still looking for movement onto the upside, right? So simple as that. Now this is the reason why it's like not that high of a probability trade, but let me look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Let me see what the original position would be looking like, and we're already running. Okay, so we don't even have to reach all the way to the previous day low. Now, if this is going to get back, then yes, I am willing to take a trade. Now, the time price action gap has also been fulfilled. Basically the same logic, but in that case, this has already happened, so that's good for us. Now, let's see if this is going to run back, and this is actually, or by logic, it would need to go for the candle high first. Okay, it has already done that, but I'm still going to wait it out. Now, the reason why I still like this opportunity is because we don't even have to trade all the way to the previous day low. Like, we just need a little bit of movement, and then we're just out of the trade. So let's go to C-Trader real quick. In 1 second. So I hope like you can still hear me, right? Like, still no problems, right? We are rolling, aren't we? So here, C-Trader, man, why is this taskbar looking so trash? Like, what the hell? I mean, anyways, I'm gonna do that later on. So we are at C-Trader. It's going to be GBPUSD, GBPUSD, GBPUSD. This is pretty much our only opportunity for today. I don't see any other opportunity. Like maybe USD daily. Okay, like today, and this is like this happens a lot of the times, so rather on a Monday compared to any other day of the week. It is just going to. So Sanda was saying, yeah, man, everything good. Thank you for confirming. Everything's still working, bro. Thank you guys for confirming. Thank you, thank you. So this will happen more on a Monday, right? Than on like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's because the Monday candle just comes like out of the box. It's kind of funny doing it this way, but it comes out of the box with like an entire price action gap, right? So you have like an entire gap into the price, right? Prices move lower, let's just say something like that. Oh, you know, let's just say something like this. Come on, man. Like, okay, anyways, something like that, right? And then here's going to be this entire price action gap. And this is just going to happen a lot of the times. And since the price action gaps just have so much movement behind them, because it instantly moves like 20 pips within like a minute or so, it is just naturally also going to take out the previous day low or previous day high. But GBPUSD is like still an opportunity. Like I would still be ready to take this one. Now we also have a little FEG in here. What is concerning about this entire trade is that FEG, because once again on the weekly time frame we are going to go higher. Like I'm telling you this. It's just that right now, like on the very short term, we are probably going to go into the downside. But once again, I need more. What's it called? I need us to trade onto our limit order or take out this candle high, and then from there I am going to take a trade. So we're just going to wait this out. We're still in AUDCHF, we are rolling, we're surviving, guys. We are surviving. For anybody that has been wondering how's the account doing, so we have hit, I think, an all-time high, or maybe all-time high. Yes, like last time that we have traded, we have hit an all-time high. Like, of course, now we are going lower again because of the current trade that we have running on USDHF. But you know, if it's going to be a loss, it's going to be a loss. We're still up on the account. And yeah, you know, we're just steadily doubling the entire account in that sense. Now, currently we are at like more than $30, or like the entire account balance. Like, let's just say this trade doesn't exist right now. We're at 33.33. Like, you know, cool number. And yeah, this is just how we're rolling currently with. And I actually got a brilliant idea for the next stream. You'll notice. So yeah, how's everybody's week been doing? How are we doing so far, guys? Like, I've seen that like some guy Roger, like not the original Roger, like not Roger 49837. That's like kind of original Roger. There's like this other Roger. He was talking about he made like 10K on Bitcoin or something like that. It's crazy, man. So Colonai Asia was saying, damn man, that analysis was very quick. It's just, I mean, that's how I'm doing the analysis when I'm just trading on my own. Without the live stream, without the mentorship, without anybody. That's how fast I'm doing it on my own. Probably even faster a little bit because like I'm just not talking. Right? I'm just not talking when I do these kinds of things. I'm literally just I'm just doing the things by my own. Oh, so your GBP has not hit take profit, so still potentially able to take this trade. Now this is quite of a like dangerous one because like out of experience, sometimes when this happens, it just doesn't move back. But I'm pretty sure it is going to move back, to be honest. So Clone Asia was saying probably there might be an opportunity on your GPY too. Okay, we can check it out. It's going to be the daily time frame. It's looking actually fire, man. Where are we going? Probably for the previous day high. We have internal liquidity. We have external liquidity. It's actually a fire opportunity, to be honest. Okay, what I don't like about this thing though, we have, okay, like, it might be a record. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles of the same color in a row. Right? The more candles you have of one color in a row, for everybody that is watching you, the more likely it becomes that the next candle is not going to be the same color. Get what I mean? Now we also have this price action gap. You know, actually pretty good trade to take. But I do think that the pips move a little bit differently in here. Let me check real quick. So this will be the original position. Yeah, why is this? Why is it saying 002 like on the bottom here? See? Probably because of the pair or something like that. Maybe it's a bug. Like, I've never seen this so far. Now anyways, like, it doesn't even matter that much because this is going to be the 0 AM candle anyways. Like, because right now in UTC standard time it is 0 AM in that sense. And that's basically what we refer to. Yes, this could be an opportunity to be taken. Like, I'm not too biased because I haven't traded this pair. Oh, hang on, let me do Euro JPY, but I forgot to put that in. Daily time frame, okay, still looking the same, so not really changing much there. I mean, you could take this like in two ways. You could either just take it off as it is right now, so basically like that. There's going to be a 0.6 risk reward. Or you could like play it safe, you know, do it in here and then just take profit for the pullback. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do either of these, to be honest, because I haven't looked into that pair like barely any. Let me check like USD/JPY real quick. Like, since we're already there for the JPY type of stuff. Okay, well, I've already hit the previous day high, so no trade. Yeah, so this is going to be like more of a chill one. We don't really have that much to talk about, or at least to trade about. Now, this trade on paper is looking, you know, best trade ever you could have taken. It's just, once again, like on the 4 hour time frame, I don't like all of this. This candle might or may not be like a bearish one. Okay, so on the 4 hour time frame, because we were looking at a different exchange, it was like 1, 2, 3. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then, you know, potentially 8. But on this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6, 1. Right, the 6th one is just potential. So yeah, like not really too biased. It's not a bad trade to take. I mean, it aligns very well. It's just, once again, you know, I would like to have the trade be looking a little bit differently in terms of the 4 hour time frame. Now, AUDCHF is quite of a risky trade that you potentially be taking. This is going to get higher, especially because it has taken out liquidity. Right, it's like almost for certain in that sense. Why am I so sure about this? It's because if you're going to go into the daily time frame, this has no wick. You know, rarely ever you have candles that have no wick. Even like this candle, you know, although small, it still has a wick. Right, there was still at least a little bit movement onto the downside, and I might actually take like a risk trade on that one. But guys, this one's like for real, only going to be for high risk accounts, which we're already trading away from it. Like, we would have to trade a little bit lower first. Like something like that, all the way to no wick candle. This would make a lot of sense. Yeah, this could be like a potential trade to take. This candle is about to close on 5 minutes. Why am I looking at the 5 minute? Just to see if there's potential for us to get tagged in. Like right now, there is potential. If we're going to get above these highs, then yeah, this is going to get a little bit problematic. And like, what am I exactly looking out for? You might be asking, okay, what is this guy doing on a 5 minute time frame? Like, don't get me wrong, I am not trading only 5 minutes. I'm also not doing analysis. This is just purely to observe, okay, are we going to trade lower in the next, like, approximately, let's just say 15 minutes or so, or not? And what am I looking for? Basically, every single shit that I've explained in the masterclass, free masterclass that I've done on YouTube. Okay? Of course, like, mentorship is a different story because you can directly ask me questions and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, here you go. Basically, you have the masterclass on YouTube. Okay, so now I'm pretty confident that it's going to get lower. Because yes, we have already traded lower, but also the way these candles are looking. So we're just going to take it. It's going to be entry price, AUDCHF. Once again, guys, don't follow after me on this one. This is just on this account. This account is a different story. Don't repeat after me for this one. Going to be like a buy. Yes, because we've already traded lower. I've checked it, and it's going to be the take profit. It's going to be the stop loss. Okay, there we go. And let me check something real quick. Okay, so this one is running. Once again, guys, please don't repeat after me on this one. This is just for everybody that this. How do I explain this? Like, this is not a bad trade to take, but it just doesn't align with the with 100% of the rules. The reason why I'm taking this is an advanced trade. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so do some stuff. All right, so I'm gonna check some stuff. So we got 5 likes. Everybody, leave a like on the live stream. So that's how we're currently rolling with. It's going to be your CHF. Your CHF is like a whole different story on itself. Like based on the daily time frame, we are just going to go on to the previous day low. To be honest with you, like I am just keeping it as it is. Like I would be surprised if this is still going to take profit. I'm not going to stick to the analysis. Like even if it's going to be a loss, not that big of a deal. Yeah, and also the reason why I took AUDCHF, like there's just a couple of reasons. No, I did have looked into it. That's just what I usually do, right? Before I start the live streams, I just look quickly all over the charts, like just to get an idea, just so I'm a little bit prepared to when I'm going to explain it to you. So Cologne Asia was saying, bro, you trade prop firms too, right? Yes, I do, brother. Actually, I want to know, is there any good firm in the market with low profit target and all? Yeah, I mean, there's a couple that you can use. I usually recommend always going with fibers. You know, like they're a little bit more expensive, but they're like very high quality. Now, if you're going for profit, so like for a low budget one, you can go for trading funds. But yeah. Not real Tuco saying your CHF, my broker chart hit SL. Rather than you just have a trash broker, because mine didn't get hit. Okay. So alone but happy was saying balance is currently 33. We have made like more than 50% on the entire account. So if you would have hopped in with like 1,000 on the account, like and traded every single trade, by the way, you can also copy trade me. Then you would have had 500 bucks. Okay. So alone but happy was saying off 20 bucks. Yes, from 20 bucks. Like I don't know, because like there's always going to be, okay, I'm gonna explain AUDCHF in just a bit on why that's like still for some reason a good trade to take. Like I don't know how experienced alone but happy is, because I just can't tell, right? I don't know, everybody can't read minds. But what I was referring back to is some people might see this as, well, you know, you have only turned 20 bucks into 33, but like, are you mentally ill or what? Like, have you, like, you have gone to school, right? Have you, like, I'm not talking about you specifically alone, but have you, you know, maybe you have a different opinion. What my point is that, have you gone to school? Have you done like at least a little bit of math? So basically, you have to see the entire account percentage-wise firstly. If the percentage is good on the account, that's good, right? Of course, if it's a negative, then it's in a negative. That's bad. Because the entire account, I have experience of 3 years. I know it's about percentage, right? That's good stuff. Because if the entire account, so this is actually even more. This is like 60%, 65% of the entire account balance-wise. Like right now, we have in a losing position, surely. But out of the entire account, that's like 65%. Like if you're going to take 1,000 and do the same shit, that's like 650 bucks profits. If you're going to do this with 10,000, that's going to be 6,500. Of course, like nobody's going to hop into these streams, or at least I don't think of somebody. Well, actually, there has been some guy he was talking about. He made like 10K on Bitcoin or some shit. Okay, so there is like people who are watching these streams who are, you know, big players in that sense. So if you're going to start with 10K, then theoretically that's going to be 6,500 profit. So Alone But Happy was saying, yeah, bro, only see percentage gain. I was asking about starting amount. Don't get me wrong. All right, brother, appreciate it. Like this was not on you personally, just like in general. Because like see it that way, I don't know who is joining these live streams. There's just idiots like that who don't understand it. They be saying, you know, the other time there was this massively stupid, childish, and his mother hated him, I guess, and also like whatnot. He joined, like he commented somewhere and he was saying, you must be at like 200 or something. You must be at 100 by that point if you want to make it to 10K. That incel, of course, doesn't understand the reality of math, but you know, that's why I try to make these fucking videos, like countless of videos that I've already done on these kinds of topics. Like, going to be hard for me to explain it to you. Now, also, why USDHF might hit a stop loss is simply because, like, look at the weekly. Now, previously, in the last week, so basically when we didn't see this entire candle, so let me just put it like that, right? Then it was looking quite good. Probably we are going to trade on to the previous week high, not for the previous week low. And actually that is still the case. We're probably going to trade into the previous week high and not the low. The problem is just that we have this gap lower. We have already traded lower. And it's the same logic. This entire week on the weekly time frame is not large enough. I've told you so many times in the previous live streams and whatnot, weeks need to be created of candles. It is a must. Now, even this candle wick is going to be larger than this one, so the price has to return lower. Now, of course, is there a chance that we're going to do something like that, you know, trade lower into these relative lows and then shoot higher? Like, of course, but is it that likely? Now, probably like SL and, you know, but like Tuku Roger, like, nah, was not real Tuku. You said that your broker already hit SL. Brother, like, that's the problem with your broker. I recommend using the same one as me. Of course, I do have the affiliate link, because why not? But I personally use it. I love using fusion markets. Why not? So Alone But Happy was saying, aren't you afraid of a big loss? And what would risk on 1,000 count or 100K funded? I am sleepy, so my question might feel dumb. No, brother, like, your question is not dumb. What's it called? I mean, what is a big loss in that sense? So let's look at the entire journal, right? So hang on. History. So not current month, all time. So there have been like big loss in that sense, like previously, you know, like $5, $6, but that has all been made back. You know, also you have $5. This was no loss. This was just like whatever, like mistake position. I don't know. Right? Now there is always going to be losses, but as long as you're able to make the losses back with like more amount of wins, then you know that is going to work. So not real Tuco saying, yeah, it's a prop firm. Okay, like then you're not on a broker. Or yes, then you're not on a broker basically. Let's just put it that way. They're giving you a trading platform. So like MT5, MT4, C-Trader, that's a trading platform, but you're not really trading on a broker. Which it is demo. Like, what can I tell you? And if you're trading on a broker, then once again, it's just demo. So, I'm also trading prop firms, but mine hasn't been hit. My stop loss. So, you know, we're good. So DressBoy5 was saying, how long do you think it will be to reach the goal? Like, I can't tell you. I don't know. Definitely not in like 2 or 3 days. You know, just going to take time. So Alone But Happy was saying, loving your content. It's night here, so best wishes for you and good night. Appreciate it, my brother. You know, see you in the next one. Thank you for also just tuning in for a couple of minutes. Like, you don't have to be like in here for like multiple hours on end if you don't want to, of course. If you just want to go to sleep and you just want to check in, why not, man? Really appreciate it. And also good night to you, my brother. 888 Snipe was saying, do you prefer brokers with zero swap fees? How many of your trades carry over the next trading day? Not much. I would say out of like 10 trades, maybe like 3 or 2 are going to go over the night. Now here's the next thing. Swap fees don't matter. Like, this is a big take, and people be saying, you know, swap fees, this and that. Swap fees are not as big as people make out of it. Like, I don't understand it, because there's also positive swap fees. Like most people, I don't know, like they just seem swap fees as something negative. A lot of my trades, they hit actually a positive swap, right? So I've actually made money on the swap. So DressBoy5 was saying, lol, know that much. How can I tell? Like, I can give you like an estimation, you know, maybe like a year or something like that, but I can't tell you, you know, out of math, it is going to be exactly 2.5 weeks. Because also trading, and you should actually know that as a trader, trading is very market dependent. So like today we're having no trades, right? So once again, I did take AUDCHF, but once again, I don't recommend anybody taking that. I am not going to take this account on, let's just say, like my prop firm account. This is a higher risk trade, right? For a higher risk account, right, guys? And also, like, to get back to, do you prefer brokers with zero swap fees? Usually, if there's going to be zero swap fees, there's going to be some kind of other trade-off. Usually, or at least I don't know of a firm where it's no swap fees, but then, you know, everything else is, you know, shining. There's always going to be a trade-off. If there's something great about like a broker or whatever, and there's going to be like a trade-off, then, you know, the commissions are higher than usual. Or if they don't have commissions at all, then the spread is, you know, horrible, like shit. That's like why, once again, I recommend trading with my broker. You don't even have to use my affiliate link. Just, you know, sign up to it yourself and look for it. It is actually a great broker. I've been using it for quite some time now and never had issues. You know, you see, I felt this entire position overnight. Did it hit a stop loss? No, it didn't. Now, of course, like for Not Real Tuco, this was for you because of the prop firm. Now, don't get me wrong, this might as well just hit a stop loss anyways. You know, it is what it is, and it just happens. But the fact that it already hit a stop loss, even though it wasn't really a stop loss hit yet, you know, that's like sort of the problematic thing here. Anyways. All right, so we got 9 likes. Guys, one more like, and I'm gonna do the push-ups. Yeah, man, my back has recently been hurting for some reason. You know what? I'm gonna get the pillow. Alright, guys, so here we are with the cloud. This is the motherfucking cloud. This is what we do. I feel like I'm too loud. Should be like that. And why is this? Why is this? This is for some reason not dry. Anyways, so Clonai Asia was saying 10 likes, let's go. Let's go, my man. Right, I'm gonna do the push-ups. Okay. Ooh. But you couldn't even really see it. Next time I'm gonna put the face cam a little bit differently. Man, I feel like I'm getting better and better. Maybe at some point I'm gonna be doing like 100. That would fire. So Tuku was saying, yeah, gonna try a new challenge on training plans. Yes, man, why not? So Clona Asia was saying, bro, have you seen the TGR Expose video? Yes, I've seen it, and I've also talked about it in the last live stream. Like, guys, you don't fucking need a TJR Expose video to understand that he's a scammer. like I don't know. Like I am. Like, I'm surprised so many people even fall for this shit to begin with. But I guess I've seen it, and you know, what can I say? Like, clear as day that he's a scammer. So, hang on. So, in the chat, somebody was saying, 888 Snap was saying, do you go for 0.25 or 0.3? Thoughts on 0.5 or pretty much anything that is a negative reward, I'm fine with. I think, okay, like maybe a 0.9, that's like already like 1 for 1, which is not bad. This is still an area where I see somebody being profitable. For 0.5, it's also fire, right? I wouldn't personally go higher than that, except for maybe like some exceptional trades. I wouldn't really go higher than 0.5. But yeah, and of course with 0.5, the win rate is also going to be lower, but it's still in a realm where you are going to be profitable enough, and also you're not going to lose 10 times in a row, right? Remember, guys, we don't really want that. So, Clonai Asia was saying, it's not, but the RR usually depends on market movement and all, but it's usually between 0.2 and 0.35. Yes, like perfectly answered. That's like my usual. So Drespo is saying which broker do you use? I always find pairs like UCHF have a lot of spread. Not my broker. Hang on. I'm using this one. Here. Like if you want, you can check it out. You can sign up. Like I'm going to be honest with you, this is my affiliate link. But I am also just using it myself. As you can see, it's not, go buy whatever a broker there is, like deposit 100K in there. No, like I actually use that shit, and I truly believe it's the best. Like try it out for yourself. Like don't even use my affiliate link if you don't feel like it. Although it's like much appreciated, but it's a really good broker. So Tuchel saying GBPUSD hit take profit. Yes, it did, man. Like unfortunate, kind of missed it, but it's like fine. So we are still in AUDCHF and also like of course USCHF. This is probably going to be more of a quicker one, guys. Like we don't really have that much going on. Like we'll be doing it for a little bit longer and then and then that's going to be that. All right. Yeah, so 888 Sniper was saying thumbs up, right? Yeah, I mean, like, I would be surprised if AUDCHF is not going to take profit. Like, seriously, I would be surprised about this. But anything can happen. So sometimes I'm having these backtesting sessions, and like even on YouTube, I did some backtesting sessions for you guys. And there were trades where this was like Sleepwalker saying, "Good day, brother. What's good? What's good, my man? How's it going? How was your weekend? Good to have you back in here." So, and in the backtesting sessions, it was like I was talking about the best trade ever, basically. And like, don't get me wrong that this was the best trade that there ever was, because there is like kind of no best trade. There is always going to be like a little bit something that is going to speak against the trade and whatnot. But like, you get my point. I hope so. And like sometimes you have these very high probability trades. You have like basically all confirmation that you can ask for, only for it to hit a take profit. Stop loss. And then it just hits a stop loss, and then you be thinking, then like, what was the problem in here? Why did this hit ASL even though this was the best trade ever? And that's the exact same thing with AUDCHF. Like, this is far from the best trade because it doesn't align with the actual trades that we are usually taking. But this is one of those cases where I will be really surprised if this is going to hit a stop loss. Yeah. Sleepwalker was saying got some work done, up and ready for this week. Hope all is well. Yes, brother, everything is fine. We're still grinding up that account. As you can see, like I remember you in the last live streams. We're currently at 33. This like 33.33. This is the account balance equity. Of course, it's a little bit lower because we have some losing positions in the drawdown. But yeah, like overall, we're climbing our way up and up. That's the only thing that matters, guys. Like, let me see how much is AUDCHF going to be. Like, if it's going to take profit, like 150. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So, and with everybody that has basically joined in the very first live stream that I've done today, which, you know, that went like horribly wrong. It was just like I tried to stream, like I've been trying to do this for like the past month or so, to stream on both vertical, so basically shorts, and also horizontal. That shit didn't work out, but at least I was able to stream on both of them, but just with a lot of lagging. As I told you, it is going to get better and better, like with every stream, like, but just very steadily, you know. In the very beginning, even like streaming normally wasn't working. Now, like I'm at least like streaming both vertically and horizontally, but just horribly. And yeah. So then I just switched the entire setup and went back to just streaming normally, just on horizontal. So, you know, you guys can watch, and then I'm gonna try to resolve it in the next live stream, like until the next live stream. There has been guys who had said, you know, like, why are you making this so complicated? This actually easy stuff. Like, I hope it will be so easy, and I hope it wouldn't be as complicated. Like, I've tried everything. I watched YouTube videos. I've done all of that shit. It's just YouTube is being a bitch about streaming both horizontal and vertical at the same time. Like, they're not making it user-friendly enough. It's like a general thing that I've been always saying about everything. Shit has to be user-friendly. If the things are not user-friendly, then you won't use it. The problem is just that the product can be like the best product ever in its niche. But if it's not user-friendly and if it looks like shit, people are probably not going to use it. You get what I'm saying? Because like appearance matters a lot to people. Not only in relationships, but it's just in general too. Yeah. That's what we do. So like this time we got the 10 likes so fast, and there was like I don't know, like 3 or 4 other people that joined into the last live stream, but I guess they just thought that I just stopped live streaming for that day, and so yeah. And also, like, I made a new video, and you guys seem to like that, I guess. Yeah, that was basically it that I wanted to say. You guys seem to like it because it's doing pretty well, like 400 views. Good stuff. And also, I've been wondering, I don't know if anybody even remembers him, because sometimes I feel like I'm the only guy remembering you guys, but you don't remember each other. Like maybe you do, I don't know. But there is the guy called Abel Memo. He was like always in here, you know, spamming into the chat. You know, it was funniest shit ever. Like, where is that guy? So Clonai Asia was saying the thing is in YouTube, there's not much video about negative RR trading things and like strategy. If you search for trading strategy, YouTube will always show you ICT shit claiming 1 for 3, 1 for 5 with 80% win rate. Exactly, brother. Like there is not many people teaching a negative risk reward ratio, and the people that are teaching a negative risk reward trade, the people that are teaching a negative risk reward are not doing it as intensively and religiously as me. Like they might have like a few negative risk reward trades, or maybe showcase it, you know, why it can make sense and whatnot. They just talk about it, but they don't really show that, like they're not trading it full time, right? They're not actually taking a negative risk reward ratio every single day, or like every single week. You don't have to trade every single day, right? Today we're also not trading, officially at least. It's exactly the thing. And that's also the reason why I started YouTube, because I didn't see anybody teaching. Like, of course, would I teach? Somebody has already like done and said in a different perspective. But like seeing it from my exact perspective, I haven't seen somebody teaching it this way. Like, of course, like, you know what a fair value gap is. We all know it. I have not invented fair value gaps, which ICT has also not invented fair value gaps. That's like a different story. But he has also not invented that shit. So anything you ever say or ever learn is already done by somebody previously. It's just the question if can you basically compact it? Can you bring it into like a package of where it's still your own thing, right? And this is what I believe I was pretty unique in, right? Because nobody's trading a negative risk-reward ratio. And I also haven't really seen somebody showing the simplicity of the daily time frame. It is subjective, and it is basically the core principle, but also the most important, and also perhaps the hardest part. But it's actually not complicated. Like, it's complicated, but it's also not complicated. It's hard to explain. But you basically know what I'm talking about. I'm looking out for established movement of the previous candle, and then I'm just going to trade based off of that. That's basically the entire idea of the daily bias that I'm doing, right? I don't know what everybody else is doing, but that's just what I like to do. So Clonai Asia was saying, I've searched on YouTube and X for negative RR so many times in the last few weeks, but there's only you who's teaching negative RR in detail. Yes, man. Like, I appreciate it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Nobody's really teaching a negative risk-reward ratio, because nobody's really trading it. Everybody believes that they can trade a 143 forever, and then that's going to work. You know, yet there's nobody actually making it work with a 143. And the guys who are having profit payouts and whatnot, you know, where are they in 1 year? Right? Where's that guy? I remember there was that one guy, he has been called, like, this was a few years back already. It's like nothing new. It's like old news. He was called the top G of trading. And this was back in the day when Andrew Tate was a thing. That guy, I've seen in an interview, he was saying that God took away my strategy. God, you know, took away my edge in the market. Like, don't get me wrong, I myself believe in God, and like, I do believe that these things could be happening in that sense, right? Like, this is, like, to me, at least personally, this is not completely out of the ordinary. I do believe in miracles, right? I have faith, personally. But like, the shit that he was talking about, it was just like a clip that I saw about an interview. Like, hell no, I'm not going to watch an entire interview of somebody being called the top G of trading. Like, come on, man. Can't even take myself serious when I'm watching this shit. But basically, he was talking about that God took away his edge. No, God didn't take away your edge. You were just not being successful anymore trading with what you traded. Because whatever you traded did not have a proven track record. Like a proven backtest that goes over X amount of years. Right? Or let it even like at least like be 1 year, right? Most people are just like backtesting 3 months. Okay, my strategy is working. You know, let's go. Yippee. You know, that's exactly how it should not be, of course. Now, there's two ways. Acquire the backtesting data yourself, or acquire it from somebody else who has already done it. Right? There's, like, I tell people all the time, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. If you feel like reinventing the wheel, okay, then, you know, go do the backtest, like, fully yourself and collect the data. Like, that is fine by me. But you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Somebody has already done it, you know, just take the idea of the wheel, so basically my strategy, and make it your own. Like, either that or take the exact strategy. Like, either way you want to choose. Like, you don't have to invent like a full-on new strategy, because to be honest, like inventing a strategy is not that hard. You know, you just think of one simple concept, of one simple like idea, have a trading plan. You know, firstly, basically the trading plan for my strategy and also the stuff that we've been doing in the past live streams. Very simple stuff, right? It has a trading plan. It has a framework, which is like I'm gonna explain the full one, right? Weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour entry. That's it. And weekly is like rarely. We're only looking at the weekly when we're either like at the start of the week or when we just want a little bit of more high time frame direction. We're not looking at the weekly even every single day, right? It's really just daily 4 hour, 1 hour entry. And like even on the 1 hour, we're mostly just taking entries. Right? So yeah. So what I was talking about earlier, inventing a strategy is not that hard. Robo Kelly was saying, hey bro, I've joined just now. What's up, my man? Like you have been here in the past live streams. Good to have you back in here. Fire stuff. How have you been doing, Robo Kelly? How was your weekend going? So Clona Asia was saying recently ICT wrote on X that the ICT concept is patched on NQ and the reason he gave up was insanely funny. He said the codes of ICT are patched by big guys and after a few hours he deleted the post. Like, what am I supposed to say? It's funny, isn't it? Like he's talking about some kind of shit. I mean, yeah, he has also talked about that he has invented the entire algorithm, right? This guy can't even handle his fucking laptop, right? When you see him talk or when you see him doing like annotations, this guy can't even use a laptop. Like what the fuck? What the fuck is he talking about coding that shit? There was this one time that one guy told me that the older you get, right? So when you're coding or programming, the older you get, the better you should get at something, right? That's how it just things work. Not even coding, everything in life. The more you do something, the better you are going to get at it over time. This is what's called experience. But like that guy's just like working backwards. I think at the very start of his entire journey, he was closer to being a profitable trader than he's right now, right? Because he's just going backwards. It's funny, guy can't even use his laptop, yet he's talking about that he has coded the algorithm in the machine. Come on, man. Guys, quickly for everybody that has been tuning in new, I've made a full masterclass explaining my strategy. If you're serious about it, go watch it. So, Robo Kelly was saying, I'm doing well, man. Last week I was at break even. Well, break even is not a loss, man. Like, at least it's break even. Fine. Dressboy5 was saying, came across your channel yesterday, looking to see if negative R will improve my trading. Yeah, man. Like, I guess you've been trading a positive versus reward before that. You know, I'm only trading a negative versus reward and never a positive. Like, let's just put it that way. There has been, like, not the latest video, but like the second latest video. It is going to explain to you why trading a positive versus reward is probably not the way to go. Right? It's like the inevitable proof. You can't basically resist it. Get what I'm saying? So, So what do we have in going? Oh, okay, so nothing new. Nobody was writing anything. Oh, so there we go. Jasper was saying, have you ever tried to do futures, assuming your strategy wouldn't translate as well since it can go overnight? No. So in futures, the strategy still works, and there have also been guys using it. However, you just have to do it a little bit differently. Your take profit and your stop loss have to be a little bit tighter, or else, of course, like you're going to hold the trade overnight, and overnight it's just going to be trade close in that sense. But like the overall concept and the overall, when we're going to take a trade, all of that basically is still going to work on futures. You just have to be like a little bit more picky and tight with the stop loss and take profit. Now, personally, I just focus and also specialize on Forex, which like one of my students is also killing it in crypto. So it also works on crypto, right? Which in crypto, it is going to translate better compared to futures. Because as you have just named it, on futures, you just can't hold overnight as well. Which like actually on brokers, you can hold overnight. You just can't hold over the weekend. On most of it, at least. On prop firms, you can't even hold like over, Monday to Tuesday. That shit doesn't even work there. Because I've seen like brokers doing it that you can hold over the night, even on futures, but just not over the weekend. At least I haven't seen it. Clonai Asia was saying, when somebody says market works on algorithm, you already know how dumb of a guy he is. Whenever ICT guys talk about this algorithm shit, it sounds very dumb. Come on, market doesn't run on algorithms. Yes, exactly what, like you're a brilliant example of somebody that is smart, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. A Sniper was saying Fiverr's futures allows for overnight trades. But that's actually crazy. Like I haven't looked into it. Could be something. Could be something to look into the future for me as well. Yeah, man, it's one. Take profit. Like once again, I haven't taken that one. And if you would have taken this one like all the way, okay, like you can't catch it at the bottom unless you get like super lucky. But come on, like if you would have catch it somewhere in here, this would be like very great. Once again, like I wasn't too biased on that trade today, but maybe next time. Sanda Gan. So basically, Sandu was saying, hey bro, what's the best prop firm? I was thinking about getting into one and also the challenge to choose. I recommend going for Fiverr's. Especially if you have a bigger budget, go for Fiverr's prop firm. It's the best prop firm out there. If you want like a easier challenge and more budget friendly, you can go for trading funds. Right? So yeah, we are still rolling. And yeah, like the subscribers have like skyrocketed. I've already told this to you guys, like after 1,000, we're just going so fast. So crazy. Really crazy shit. Yeah, guys. Yeah, like today was a little bit of a slower day. Like officially, once again, no trade for today. Like don't repeat after me for AUDCHF, please. Don't do it. The only like valid option was GBPUSD, but I've missed that one. It is what it is. Funny how, you know, the exact same pairs that you're not trading, they're about to take profit and, you know, like within an hour. So Dressboy5 was saying, hope your channel blows, man. Like you said earlier, not many channels are focusing on negative or. You know, like if I'm going to type in on YouTube, like negative or, you know, of course there is going to be some people doing it. Like I'm not the first person ever that has traded a negative risk reward, but there's just not a lot of people doing it. Simply because, and actually there's like a lot of my videos, you know, people who are just looking at this, they be thinking this guy's just spamming. Anyways, what I was talking about, not people are just trading it, and most importantly, they are not trading it intensely or like seriously. You know, there's like one video that I just saw on YouTube. It was saying, so I tried negative RR. So basically it means you tried it, right? So if we're going to watch at the video, his conclusion, like I already know what the video is going to be about, right? His conclusion is going to be, you know, a negative RR does really work, but would I really, you know, do it in my everyday trading? No, right? So Robo Kelly was saying AUDCHF has a gap in my chart, but I don't see it in yours. AUDCHF, because I'm always here, AUDCHF, because I am always on OANDA. Okay, so any pair that you're seeing, unless I did a mistake, but any pair that you're seeing, I'm always referring back to OANDA. So basically, if you're going to go onto the top left, you see it's going to be OANDA. So let's just say that you want to look at your USD. You know, there's like 10 different Euro USDs that you can look at, but I focus on having this one. Is the most that I like, and like the logic that it shows me with the candles, with, you know, like 5 consecutive bearish candles and that kind of stuff, is going to be have the cleanest price delivery, in my experience at least. I haven't seen a better one. So Dressboy5 was saying exactly, lol, when I searched it was mostly you. Yeah, that's like what I'm talking about. I'm just spamming these negative RR videos because that's just what I do. Like I am trading it myself, right? I'm basically just documenting of what I am doing anyways. So yeah, guys, we're going to keep it like a little bit faster this time. We're not going to like keep it for too long this time. Right, so we have like AUDCHF running and also EURCHF. Keep in mind, EURCHF probably just stop loss it like sooner or later, but AUDCHF is looking quite fine for us. Now last couple of questions, if you have something that you want to ask me about the charts or whatever it's going to be. And yeah, now actually I am going to analyze AUDCHF. Like once again, why was I also confident to take this trade? So let me remove everything besides the position tool. First of all, we have the daily time frame. Now, based on our rules, once again, like I'm gonna repeat this last time in this live stream. Don't worry, don't take this trade. Don't repeat after me on this one. We've taken out liquidity on this candle, right? So that's the first thing. Now we have already traded into the previous day low, so most likely, or like not even most likely, this is no trade for us for the entire day because it doesn't align with our rule. Now, the reason why I still want to take a trade is because look at this candle. It's a no-wick candle, right? So we want to trade onto the upside. Let's go into the 4-hour time frame. What can we see? Remember previously I was talking about a lot of consecutive candles of one direction. This is basically the same, but this time it is favoring us. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles in a row. So the next candle, being a bullish one, is getting higher and higher. Now the next one can't even be a bearish one, but then the 7th one is like very high probability that it's going to be a bullish candle. It's very rarely that you're just going to have 8 candles of the same color, so basically of the same direction closing. So and also, still not everything, premium to discount has not been traded back into. Now, if the market is moving aggressively, then it's also going to, most of the times, aggressively move back. And every single trend, every single move into the time frame, into the chart, I mean, is going to have a pullback. And we're basically trading or taking advantage of the pullback. Here's the next thing. So you see how I want to draw it out as a box for you, okay? So you get the logic. So this is one box that we have. And I'm going to leave it as here. Now this entire box is also like pip movement wise, just as like big as this one, you know, like a little bit smaller, but you get it, right? However, the difference is like the entire time span of this entire thing was this long, while this on like, well, this like very recently is only this long. So it means that the market has been aggressively moving onto the downside very fast. Now, what conclusion am I taking out of this? Think of it as an elastic band. If you're like stretching a band, right? And you're just stretching it by just a little bit and you're letting go of one hand, then the band is going to snap back. So it's basically going to your pullback, right? You're going to snap back and like you haven't pulled it like too long, like not too much. It's going to snap back. Now, but what happens if you're going to take that band and like just basically rip it apart? You know, you basically can't even hold it anymore and you're just going to let go. That hand is just fucking going to the moon, man, and you're going to get hurt. So basically what I was referring back into, when you're stretching the band like a very lot, so a lot of movement, it is going to snap back also, right? The same amount. It's kind of a funny analogy, but the logic works pretty good to explaining people on why aggressive movement is going to be met with more aggressive movement, but it has to snap back. This is exactly why you're having price action like on FTMO, like this shit, right? I don't know when this exactly happened. I don't know what caused it. You know, this a couple of months old. Like aggressive movement onto the downside, aggressively went back up, right? But if you're going steadily onto the upside, then you're also going to go steadily onto the downside again, right? But you can also look at this internally. You know, aggressive move down, you know, in just like a couple of candles, we have basically refilled this entire FEG. We're aggressively going back up again. Now, the exact timing of that, like that's the hard part. That's why we're training in negative versus reward, so we don't have to worry about the timing too much. So, Clonai Asia was saying, on YouTube, everybody shows high RR strategy because it's easy to sell to new traders. Yeah, exactly, man. And it's also kind of a downside for me doing this on YouTube, because most people don't give a shit about the negative risk reward ratio, even though it is way better for anybody to be actually trading. But you know, everything has its time. Everything comes with time. So you guys, I'm gonna be leaving for now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Anybody that has joined in new, here's going to be my gold play button. I already have the golden play button, as you can see, but subscribe anyways. No, I'm just kidding, of course. You know, if I was able to help you with the entire analysis that I did, and like if you really want to help me out, then just share share a video that you really like, that you think could convince your friend of trading negative versus reward ratio. That'll be fire. But you know, either way, you have sticked around to the live stream till now. Really appreciate that. Yeah, to see you in the next one. Like, bye bye everybody. This was also fire live stream, like shorter than usual, but like fire one. Okay, so last one. Clonai Asia was saying, the thing is, most people don't even know that there's a thing called negative RR strategy. Yeah, for real. Like most people don't even consider it. They don't understand what you're losing more than you're winning. You must be unprofitable. You must be an idiot and whatnot. They don't understand that shit because they're just dumb. But yeah, appreciate you for watching. Like, I don't know, you've probably been new into the channel, right? For me, it's 2 years now, and I found this negative RR thing. Yeah, man, like it takes a long time for a lot of people to get into a negative RR, right? And most people will never even hear about it. Crazy, isn't it? So yeah, like I don't know if you have been new to the channel or not, but appreciate you watching and also coming in new. You know, make sure to join the future live streams. You're like pretty active. you know, it's fun chatting with you. So yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Appreciate you, everybody that has been watching.